Paula Wills Diaz here, licensed real estate agent in the state of Michigan. And I am making a quick YouTube video here just for friends, family, acquaintance, clients, future clients, strangers. As a real estate agent, I know that these parasocial relationships are equally important as the ones that I have on a day-to-day basis, on a face-to-face basis. Because I can attest, I feel like I know Beyonce even though I've never met her, but her work and her content makes me feel like I know her. So hopefully I can do the same with these YouTube videos. So this one in particular, I am making to give you a update on what the market is looking like these days. As of July 14th, I'll talk a little bit about rates and what should you be doing as a homeowner, home buyer, home seller. Is it the time to buy? Is this the time to sell? I'll cover that here shortly. So right now, rates are at 6.715. Yes, that is pretty high in comparison to the COVID rates and our pre-COVID rates. I know that at one point that our rates were at 2.75, but then again, there is a silver lining. I know that this seems very high to a lot of you, but if you're buying a home right now, I actually, in my opinion, I think that you're better off now than you were a couple of months ago. A few months ago, you were overbidding for homes that really weren't worth what they were selling for. A couple of months ago, people were buying homes that they didn't even walk through. So I think that there's a silver lining behind a higher interest rate. I think it's gonna save you headaches years from now. And I feel like it doesn't really impact those that aren't buying extravagant, expensive homes. And again, you're not buying overpriced homes. So I think that we're at an equilibrium. It's neither a seller's market or a buyer's market. I feel like we're in fairness right now on either sides of the transactions. I just got distracted by the two cats walking. Sorry, y'all. The two cats are just, you know, they want part of the show. The other component of it is I keep on driving around the city and seeing these get a mortgage rate for as low as 3.75, get a mortgage rate as low as 3.1. But I don't feel that those are transparent. I think that these mortgage rates are low and they reel you in, but this is what we call an ARM. This is an adjustable rate mortgage. That means that you're gonna have this rate locked in for 5 to 6 years, but after the 6 or 7 year mark, the rates will go up or down depending on what the interest rates are in the market. Prior to becoming a real estate agent, I was very opposed to this. I was like, that's a setup, that's a trap. But I can see how beneficial these are if you get a house and say, hey, this is not my forever home. I just need an affordable home. Especially now that rent is like $2,000, an average of $2,000. If you're just a person that's gonna live in a home for a set period of time and you plan on moving out, this is the best rate for you. This is the best type of mortgage that you can get. But if you're like me and I'm like, okay, this is my forever home. I want a good district, a good school district where I can raise my children for the next 25, 30 years, then I shouldn't get an ARM. Or you shouldn't get an ARM. And if this is not your forever home and you're not planning on paying the mortgage off in 6 to 7 years, then don't get an ARM. But that's what it is. I think a lot of people aren't transparent. A lot of lenders aren't transparent. They just want you to come in and do the initial visit. But always check that mortgage rate, the standard national mortgage rate, okay? And it's not at 3.0. That's what I can tell you. But the other thing is, the biggest question that people are asking me now, what should I do? Are we gonna have a crash? Let's knock on wood that we are not going to have a crash. That grinds my gears as an agent when people are like, I'll just wait until the market crashes. One, I think is wishful thinking. I think you really want the home prices to go to what they used to be. And again, we were in a recession when homes were that cheap. And two, you're hoping that somebody loses their home so you can get a cheaper home or a reasonably priced home. But I feel like at this point, we're at a good rate. It's neither a seller's market or a buyer's market. I think we're at equilibrium, which is good for both ends of the transaction. And at the end of the day, I'm always going to propose home buying and home ownership. I feel like now that rents went up, just as a general, just as a layperson, I would say you have to crunch the numbers and make the decision of buying your own home or having your own home, because I feel like landlords at this point are raising rents and there's no rent control. So one day your landlord can come in and say, hey, I'm increasing the rent for $700 a month, another $700 a month. And then you're like, oh, there goes my housing. So I'm always going to propose home ownership above all else. So that's it. That's my spiel of the day. If you have any comments, questions on real estate, feel free to put them in the comments, wherever I post this, whether YouTube or Facebook, and get back to me. I wanna see your comments and what you guys think about the rates. Are they too high? Are they too low? Obviously, I'm gonna get some people in the comment section saying, hey, I remember when they used to be 17%. Yeah, they were at one point. So, all right, you guys have a good rest of your week. And again, Wilda Diaz here, logging off.